everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to discuss photosynthesis. So, let's first know how do plants get energy. Okay, is this process is all about the plant and the food preparation, right? So, plants get their energy through photosynthesis. In this process, plants convert light energy from sun into chemical energy and produce their food in the form of glucose, right? So, let's see a brief idea about this process. Okay, so first step, what happens? Absorption of light by the plant cell containing chloroplast. Okay, so the chlorophyll, that is green pigment that is present in chloroplast, captures the sunlight and converts it into chemical energy. This one is the first step, absorption of light. Then second step, the photolysis occurs, splitting of water. Okay, so the energy from sunlight is used up to split water molecule. Okay, water molecule into oxygen and hydrogen. Then in next step, the glucose production occurs. The carbon dioxide taken from atmosphere and combined with organic compounds to produce glucose through a series of chemical reaction. And in next step, the release of oxygen occurs. As a result of photosynthesis, plant release oxygen into the atmosphere, and this is the oxygen we breathe and other living organism use for various things. Correct? So this is the overview of photosynthesis. Let's dive deep into this. Okay. So moving ahead, we have the definition of photosynthesis. So light energy captured by chlorophyll transforms 6 carbon dioxide molecule and 12 water molecules into a sugar molecule, and 6 oxygen molecule and 6 water molecules. As you can see in the reaction, there is 6 carbon dioxide which combines with 12 water molecule, and in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, it produces one glucose molecule and 6 of oxygen and water molecule. Okay, so this is the photosynthesis. Okay, so let's see more details about it. So moving ahead, we have the most important uh, part of the cell or this process, that is the chloroplast, which is the site of photosynthesis. We also call it the kitchen of the plant. A normal cell has 40 to 50 chloroplast. It is a double membrane cell organelle. Within the inner membrane, it is filled with colorless ground substance called stroma, which is a kind of matrix. Then it has stacks of coins-like structure called thylakoids, and one entire stack is called granum. Okay, and lamella are the structures which connects the granum. Okay, then this chlorophyll, the green pigment is located in the chloroplast, and chloroplast is located in the mesophyll cells. So now let's see the next important thing. Okay, so what is it? Stomata. Okay, so what is that? It is the site of gas exchange which is present in leaf surface or young stem surface. It is guarded by two bean-shaped guard cells which opens and close by movement of water and gas. The stomata has outer thin wall and inner thick wall. So let's see an important theory of stomata closing and opening. First one is the K plus ion concentration theory, where ATP is used to actively pump the K plus ion to adjacent cells into guard cells, which makes the guard cell hypertonic, and as a result, it allows the movement of water into guard cells. Okay, then guard cell swells up and opens up the stomata. Okay, it happens when photosynthesis occurs, but once it is over, the K plus ion driven back to adjacent cell. As a result, guard cell becomes hypotonic again, and water gets pumped out, and then it becomes flaccid, and stomata is closed. Correct. Then there is another theory called sugar concentration theory, where during photosynthesis a lot of sugar produces, right? So these sugars accumulated in guard cells, which now become hypertonic. Okay, and pulls in water through endosmosis from neighboring cell, and this makes the gut cell turgid and bulge out, causing opening of stomatal pore. Okay, this is the this is the theory of for closing, opening and closing of stomata. Okay, so now let's see for photosynthesis in details. Okay, so there is more diversity, more complexity to photosynthesis. It is divided into two parts: light reaction and dark reaction. From the name of this reaction, you might be thinking that light reaction happens in day and dark reaction occurs at night, but no, it is not the case. It's just that the light reaction depends on light to carry out further process, and dark reaction doesn't depend on light, but it does depend on the byproduct of light reaction to carry out its activities. Okay, so let's see the light reaction and dark reaction in details. Okay, now one thing, the light reaction occurs in grana. Okay, and it is a light dependent reaction, and the dark reaction is that occurs in stroma, and that is light independent reaction, but it depends on the byproduct of light reaction. What is the byproduct of light reaction? That is ATP and NADPH, and the byproduct of dark reaction is ADP and NADP. So dark reaction, the light reaction uses the byproduct of dark reaction, and the dark reaction uses the byproduct of light reaction. That is how the cycle goes on and on. Okay, so let's say in details. Okay, so here the in light reaction, which is also known as photochemical stage or light dependent reaction. Here what happens in step 1, activation of chlorophyll occurs, as we already have discussed. So it happens when chlorophyll is exposed to light and activated by absorbing photons. Okay, photons means that light, sunlight. Okay, so then in after absorbing the photons, what happens? Photolysis occurs. Photolysis means splitting of water molecule by light. So here the absorbed energy is used in splitting water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen, and also electrons. Okay, then the water molecules, it has hydrogen, oxygen and electrons, right? So hydrogen is picked up by the NADP to form NADPH. Electron is used to convert ADP to ATP by adding an inorganic phosphate. This is called phosphorylation. And the oxygen given out as molecular oxygen to atmosphere. Okay, so in here in light reaction that is happening in thylakoid, we see we have got this NADPH and ATP as a byproduct from light reaction, right? So now let's say light independent reaction or the dark reaction, or you can say biosynthetic phase also, or Kelvin cycle also, as it is named named under the Melvin Kelvin, the scientist who developed this, discovered this, right? So what happens in dark reaction, that the reaction doesn't require light directly, right? It occurs simultaneously with light reaction. Correct. So light reaction occurs in thylakoid and dark reaction occurs in stroma. So dark reaction, what happens? NADPH, which comes from light reaction, splits up to give NADP and H plus ion. Okay, then that NADP get recycled back so that it can be used in further light reaction. Okay, and like that the ATP also split up to ADP and inorganic phosphate, and then again recycled and regenerated so that they can be used further in light reaction. And the released hydrogen ion is combined with carbon dioxide to form glucose. So this process is repeated six times to get a single glucose molecule. Okay, so then the glucose is converted into starch, which is a polymer. Okay, then this is the whole light and dark reaction in as an overview. Okay, So this is a kind of cyclic process going on here. Okay. Now let's see the importance of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis, what happens, produces oxygen and uses of carbon dioxide, right? It supports biodiversity and makes ecosystem stable. It provides food for wide variety of organisms including human, animals. Okay, it impacts the food production and economy. Okay, so these are all the importance of photosynthesis, and there are several factors which affects photosynthesis, like intensity, or carbon dioxide concentration, or water deficiency, like that. Okay, so this is it for photosynthesis. Thanks for watching.